going to start on the face today and then finish on the neck and then the lymphatic drainage release. So with the chin first and under the jawline, I'm going to take the smaller parts here, placing a hand as an anchor and just gently gliding from the chin under the jawline towards the ears. And we have plenty of lymph nodes in this area, so we're just moving everything along. And you don't need to be too heavy-handed, just nice and light and mindful. And then on the other side, this will really help with any inflammation in this area, toxins and waste, as I said before, moving it along to really help with a more defined chin and jawline as well. And then we're going to take the larger parts here, placing hand as an anchor again, placing onto the chin and just gently gliding in an outwards motion all along the jawline towards the ears. Now, if you like, you can take a couple of deep belly breaths as well, in through the nose and out through the mouth, to really help with oxygen and blood flow to the neck and the head area. And then on the other side. And then slowly work your way in an upwards motion towards the ears, lower part of the face. And on the other side, lower part of the face. Again, starting from the jawline, just working our way along. Again, nice and light. And then we don't want to forget between the nose and also the mouth, so we're going to use the smaller parts here. Just gently move in an outwards motion. I like to go horizontally here because obviously if you have any wrinkles above the lips, they tend to be vertical, so I like to work against it. Moving outwards, and then on the other side. And then taking the lung parts here, we're going to come up from the jawline, those potential smile lines, towards the cheekbone. Working our way along. And then on the other side, helping any potential fine lines and wrinkles on the lower part of the face. And then we're going to take the smaller parts here, and where the nose is, between the nose and the cheekbone here, we have a little indentation. We're going to hold quite a lot of tension in this area. So I'm just going to go backwards and forwards with the smaller part of the tool, releasing any tight tension, and then gliding under the cheekbone towards the ears, almost sculpting the cheekbone here. Again, if you have sharp cheekbones, everything lifted, the whole part of the face lifts, including the jowls and the lower part of the face. So again, on the other side, that little indentation, just up and down, just a nice little massage, releasing any tension. And then you want to glide under the cheekbone towards the ears. Now let's work along the nose area and under the cheekbone. This will really help, particularly if you have any sinus issues, a bit snivelly, you just feel a bit blocked up here. So I'm just placing my Jade roller here, just under, between the eye here and the bridge of the nose, and just working in a downwards motion along the nose area. When you do this, you may feel you want to swallow. You can literally feel things moving along. And then glide under the cheekbone towards the ears. And then on the other side again, taking the small part, just gently gliding the side of the nose, by the side of the eye, nice and light. Then under the cheekbone towards the ears. So now let's work on the eye area for those potential puffiness, puffy eyes, dark circles and dark eye bags. So I'm going to use the smaller parts here, and you want to be extremely light. Again, we're moving toxins and waste here. And then starting sort of by the eye, between the eye and the nose here, And you just want to work along the bone towards the temple. At this point, if you want to, if you feel any puffiness in the eyes, you can actually put your jade roller into a fridge to make it slightly cooler. This will also help with any inflammation. Just nice and light. The skin around the eyes is very fine and delicate, smoothing out any fine lines and wrinkles. And then on the other side as well. Again, if there's a spot where you feel you need a little bit more work, you can always pause the video or come back later and rework that area. Again, nice and light, leaving everything in an outwards motion. Again, removing toxins and waste, which is very close to the surface of the skin within the lymph. Then we're going to take, again, the small parts here, and we're just going to work between the eyebrows where we hold a lot of tension. Trying to keep the face nice and relaxed, and also the shoulders nice and relaxed. It's very easy to wake them up and add tension within a certain part of the body. And then I'm just going to work the other way, backwards and forwards. Again, if we have any lines, they tend to be vertical. So I'm just working horizontally just against any of those potential lines. And then we're going to take the long part of the jade roller and just working very lightly where the eyebrow is towards the temple. Literally working along the eyebrow and just slightly above. Again, releasing any tension within this area. Now we're just going to take the tool here and we're just going to work in an upwards motion from between the eyes, and then slowly working our way from the eyebrow along the forehead towards the hairline. Nice light touch. We don't have much fat padding here, so you don't want to go too heavy-handed, otherwise you can end up with lines. And then placing hand as an anchor, just gently gliding all along, now horizontally towards the temples. Reducing any of those fine lines on the forehead. And then gliding from the temples to the side of the ear, where we have plenty of lymph nodes, and then behind the ear where we have plenty of lymph nodes. And then down the side of the neck, down to the collarbone. Now I'm in my mid-50s, and obviously you tend to lose elastin and collagen within the skin as you get older. So by doing this, this really does help, one with mainly lymphatic drainage, but also improving elastin within the skin. Front of the ears, behind the ears, and then down the side of the neck, down to the collarbone. And then for the final lymphatic drainage release, which I always like to finish off with, from the chin all the way down where our collarbone is, we have some indentations. And if you can just give those a few gentle presses, this will release all the toxins and waste into the body, ready for elimination. And then after that, you just want to make sure that your tool is nice and washed with some light soapy water, and then finish off with a cool rinse for next usage. So I will leave another video here. If you'd like to join me there, that would be great. Please consider subscribing and also sharing the video and a thumbs up. And please comment down below, tell me how you found this video and if you enjoyed it. And also if there's any other recommendations you'd like to share with me, tell me if there's what your skin concerns are for future videos. And I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Okay, bye.